eat them. There are also pretas who eat excrement, spit, pus and blood, the water from laundry, who feed on oblations or who devour the afterbirth. There are all kinds of starving pretas of this kind. The 6 classes of the desire gods are the Kata Maharaja Devas, etc. Besides these 6 classes of gods, there are yet other gods, for example, the wearers of necklaces, the corrupted by joy, the corrupted by mind, the gods with birds' feet, the gods of pleasant looks. These gods are included in the 6 classes of desire gods. Some say that the beings of the desire realm are of 11 types. Sometimes 5 destinies are spoken of. Actually, the destiny of asuras is added to that. 3. The destiny of the asuras. Question. No. The asuras are included in the 5 destinies. They are not gods. They are not humans, neither are they the damned whose sufferings abound, nor animals differing in shape. Therefore these asuras should be included in the destiny of the pretas. Answer. That is not so. The power of the asuras is equal to that of the devas. Why? Because sometimes they are vanquished by the devas and sometimes they vanquish the devas. Thus it is said in the Sutras. Sakra Devendra was vanquished by the asuras and his 4 armies went into the hollows of lotus roots to hide. The asuras who enjoy the 5 pleasurable objects are like the devas and were disciples of the Buddha as well. If such is their strength, why would they be included among the pretas? Therefore there must be a 6th destiny reserved specially for the asuras. Great gods such as the asuras, Kimnaras, Gandharvas, Kumhaudas, Yaksas, Raksasas, Bhutas, etc. are asuras, and when their troops increase, those of the devas decrease. Their power and their transformations were exercised at will. This is why people who are in doubt wonder, are these suras or are these not suras? Sura, in the Sin language, indicates deity. But the time-honored expression is asura and not sura. The asura destiny is called thus because the asuras appear at the head of a list. The others, namely, the Kimnaras, Gandharvas, Kumhaudas, Yaksas, Bhutas, etc., constitute one and the same destiny with them. Question. But the sutras say that there are 5 destinies. Then why are you speaking of 6 destinies? Answer. Once the Buddha disappeared, the old sutras were broadly disseminated. Having been propagated for 500 years, today they present many differences and the various schools do not agree. Some assert 5 destinies, others assert 6. Those who accept 5 destinies are modifying the Buddhist sutras as a result, and they assume 5 destinies. Those who accept 6 destinies are modifying the text of the Buddhist sutras as a result and are accepting 6 destinies. Moreover, the Mahayana, the Fa kings speak of beings distributed in the 6 destinies, and from the viewpoint of the real meaning of the texts, there must be 6 destinies. Furthermore, since the good is distinguished from the bad, there must be 6 destinies. The good being of superior, middling and inferior categories, there are 3 good destinies, namely, the deva gods, the manasya humans and the asuras. The bad being of higher, middling and lower categories, there are 3 bad destinies, namely the naraka, damned, the tiryank animals and the pretas. If it were not so, i.e., if there were only 5 destinies, there would be 3 fruits of retribution for the bad and only 2 fruits for the good. This would be conflicting. On the other hand, if there are 6, the sense of equality is not violated. Question. But the good dharmas involve 3 fruits as well. The lower fruit is a human destiny, the middling fruit is that of deva and the higher fruit that of nirvana. Answer. In the present subject, nirvana is not included. Only the abodes constituting fruits of retribution for beings are being distinguished. Nirvana is not a fruit of retribution. The good dharmas are of 2 kinds. 1. The 37 auxiliaries of enlightenment that lead to nirvana. 2. The dharmas producing happiness in the course of rebirths. Here we are speaking only of the good dharmas occurring in the reincarnations. We are not talking about the good dharmas leading to nirvana. The good of the mundane order is of three categories. 1. The superior category gives as fruit of retribution a deva destiny. 2. The middling category gives as fruit of retribution a human destiny. 3. The inferior category gives as fruit of retribution an asura destiny. Question. But you yourself just said that the asuras are equal in power to the devas and that their bliss does not differ from that of the devas. Why do you now say that the good of the lower category gives as fruit of retribution an asura destiny? Answer. Among humans, it is possible to go forth from home, take up the precepts and thus arrive at body. In the destiny of the asuras, the fetters cover the mind and it is very difficult to arrive at body. Although they are inclined towards the fetters, the devas have right mind and believe in body. The asuras, whose minds, however, are bad and twisted, seldom come near to body. This is why, although they are similar to the devas, it is hard for the asuras to come near to body, and this is why they are also inferior to humans. Just as the Naga kings and the birds with golden wings, despite the great power and their power of transformation, belong to the animal destiny, so the asuras belong to a good destiny, but one which is of lower order. Question. If the Naga kings and the birds with golden wings, despite the great power, are ranked in the animal destiny, the asuras in turn should be ranked in the preta destiny. Why are you still making a sixth destiny? Answer. The Naga kings and the birds with golden wings, even though they too enjoy bliss, walk horizontally and resemble animals in shape. This is why they are classed in the animal destiny. Although they are shaped like humans, the damned undergo great suffering. This is why they are not placed in the human destiny. As for the asuras, their power is great and their shape is like that of humans and gods. This is why they are placed separately in a sixth destiny. All this is said in summary. For the beings of the desire realm, the form realm and the formless realm, see the following chapters. Paramitastava. 3. Exhortations to the practice of the perfections. 1. Perfection of generosity. Generosity. The Bodhisattva invites beings to practice generosity. Poverty is a great suffering, but it is not out of poverty that one commits evil actions and falls into the bad destinies. It is by committing evil actions that one falls into the three bad destinies from which it is impossible to become free. Hearing this, beings give up thoughts of avarice and practice the perfection of generosity, as will be said at length in the following chapters. Moreover, in the presence of beings, the Bodhisattva preaches the Dharma by means of all kinds of nidanas and avadanas and criticizes avarice. The miser, even for his personal needs, stints and spends nothing. He becomes nervous and turns red in front of beggars. In the present lifetime, his voice and his color are ugly. Having planted bad actions for the future, he will be left with physical ugliness. Not having previously planted the seeds of generosity, he is presently miserable. The miser is attached to wealth and his greed does not cease. He opens the gate of sin and does especially bad things. This is why he falls into the bad destinies. Moreover, while the wheel of transmigration is in movement, among the profitable actions there is none that surpasses generosity. Convenience is obtainable at will in the present lifetime and in future lifetimes, all come from generosity. Generosity is the good guide 200c that opens the doorway to the threefold happiness, heavenly happiness, human happiness.